Here's Hurts to throw. Short little throw to Ebron. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Baker Mayfield in at quarterback. His pass incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Steelers 13, Browns nothing.
1st down, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Browns are back within a score.
So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd down, here's Hurts.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
The ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Call that a very strong gain 24.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Mayfield looks to throw.
42-yard line.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, second and 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
18-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From a yard out. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point.
Austin.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
For Odell Beckham, incomplete. It's now second and 10.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Here's Austin Seibert now for the Browns field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for Pittsburgh.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 65 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Man open, it's Goodwin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Eric Ebron.
An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Pittsburgh.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
16 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
35-yard line.
Again, McFarland. And a short gain down to about the 33.
The ball carrier.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
Now a run with McFarland. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Where you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down.
The keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Mayfield on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Mayfield.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check the backer. Check the backer. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. From 3 yards out. And the Browns Browns add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the National.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 46. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
And the 11.
Mayfield down. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And again, it's Chubb. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 29 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
For the point after.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
They begin the drive with McFarland. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
McFarland, the Steelers.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Mayfield. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 54 yards.
He's coming. Check in. Hey, there's Scott.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
First and
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
They'll run with McFarland.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Forced out to his left, and unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. At the 40.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you still think you can do anything wrong.